What's up, tubers and gromies and soil sisters? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. You're tapped into There She Grows 420, and we are well underway into the 2024 season vegetable garden. Some things I've already taken out, but you can see that we do have germination on several of our plantings. I have spinach coming up, kale, two different kinds of kale, chives. The eggplant seems to be sprouting. We have cabbage coming along. I do see that the lettuce is coming. Nothing on the sweet corn. The watermelon is slow. I do have the beefsteak tomato coming up and the cherry tomatoes. Some of the larger here in the cups, I'm going to go ahead and transport them, or should I say, I'm going to go ahead and transplant them into our 1-gallon pots here and get them on outside with the rest of our plantings that we took out earlier so that they can begin to harden off. They should be fine as the temperatures in the land are staying above 50-55 degrees overnight. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the 1-gallon pots, fill them with dirt, and take our seedlings out. Stick around till after the jump. We'll go ahead and get out to the container garden area and get these ladies transplanted. Okay, tubers, gromies, and soil sisters, if you hung around till after the break, you can see that I have several pre-labeled 1-gallon containers that we're going to go ahead and begin to transplant our starts. And what I generally like to do is just simply start off with some homemade composted soil, put that into the container. I will grab my plant, and this is going to be our premier kale. And as you can see, our cup here for our premier kale. I'll go ahead and throw that into the pot. Careful not to harm our starts. Fill in around. And normally I would like to incorporate some microalgae into the bottom of the pot to help with the root structure of our seedlings or plantings. I don't have any right now, so we are going to make it do what it do. Okay, and just being very, very gentle, compressing that and the edges. Then what I'll do is just twist my pot. It leaves that hole. And usually the microalgae would be put there. Again, as I said, I don't have any right now. So I'm going to squeeze my cup, flip it over, transplant that into its new home, gently pressing to remove any air bubbles. Then I'll just set that to the side. Next up, we have our spinach bucket. And again, going to go ahead and fill most of that. And I'll just use the cup from our kale. And you can reuse your pots. I'm sure most of you are aware of that. I generally save them throughout the season. These plants will be potted again eventually into 5-gallon fabric pots. I find that those seem to be the most doable. The fabric pots are great because they do actually help with the air pruning. The only downside is you do have to water more frequently. We'll be working on hopefully some automatic drip irrigation to help combat the inconvenience of that. Our spinach starts here. And again, these were just hot cold cups that I happened to collect over the winter months from coffee. Figured I could repurpose them, keep them to good use. And that might have been a little wet. I don't see a lot of roots there in the cup. Backfill some of that. And I anticipate that this will spread. Just being very delicate in case I got some additional seeds in there that haven't germinated. Go ahead and utilize that. And I anticipate that the seedlings that are laying down from the transplant, they'll stand back up probably in a day or two. I'm going to do one more. Let's put our beefsteak tomato pot. You'll see some chunks in there which were just rock wool cubes from a different grow. They just hold moisture, so not a big problem to leave them in there. I want to just thank you guys all for tuning in and subscribing to our Veggie Tales series. And again, open to any tips and tricks that either of you have about better germination rates or anything that you see during the series that could serve to help get a more lush and vibrant organic grow. Again, my goal here is to be able to come out into the garden area and make myself a salad. You can see the indentation here in the cup. And our beefsteak tomato cup. Looks like I only got one sprouting. I don't believe that those two on the sides are actually tomatoes. I think that was something that sprouted up just out of the container garden soil that I brought and mixed in with the homemade compost. Fun thing about gardening is that, you know, we grow and we learn. Also, again, I'm going to keep that stuff in there just in case I'm wrong. I do know that the one in the middle is definitely the beefsteak tomato plant. We'll give it time to do what it do. So I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. I'm going to spin this around so that you can see the actual area that we'll be keeping our containers in. Okay, and as you can see, we're utilizing an area on the deck just to keep our plantings. I'll give you an idea of what we have out here already. I have some tamarind seeds I've been working to try to sprout for a couple of seasons now without much success. Here's a mystery plant that we have. I'll put a question mark on it. I have no idea what that is. It may just be a volunteer plant. It did spring up on its own. So we have our beefsteak tomato. The spaghetti squash was something that I put out last week that had sprouted. Here I have some strawberry rootings where the crowns are barely above the soil, hoping that they'll plant. Behind us, I'm going to have to move that. That is an organic gala apple tree that has made it through the winter. You can see some of the sprouts there coming. Let me see if it'll focus. I anticipate that those will leaf out anytime now. Tomato plant that was in the Site A grow room. If you guys have been watching there, you're familiar with that. And our sweet potato plantings there. I'm going to go ahead and sit our Premier Kale here along with the squash. And you can see that the spaghetti squash here still has the seed attached to it. Some people remove that. I've been advised that you should leave that be. Let the plant take care of itself. Let me pan out. I'm going to go ahead and grab our spinach. Find a spot for it. We'll go ahead and put our spinach here next to our English cucumber. I'll just back that up a bit. And I anticipate those to grow and vine out. Then I'll utilize trellising or tomato cages for that. What's already out, also some ginger. Of course, that's kind of grows, ginger grows out rather than down. Waiting to see some sprouts come up from that. Different indeterminate tomato there. Cantaloupe doing well. Another pot for the roots for the strawberries with the crowns fully exposed. That's Inez's okra. I'll go ahead and take a short and send to her. She'll be proud about that. I don't particularly like the okra, but my neighbor asked for it and I'm accommodating. This is a berry plant and it's not marked. I don't know if it's a raspberry or a blueberry. If anyone is familiar with the leaf structure and knows, let me know. It could even possibly be a blackberry. This was from last year's season, and it did survive the winter, and it is flourishing. Our snow peas from the potted seedlings from the hot cups in here. Some asparagus. This was a gift from Farmer Drew. Thank you, Farmer Drew. I think they're sprouting. I'll keep you posted on that, sir. Check out the farmerdrew.com. He has a wealth of knowledge and specials and great deals out there that you guys may benefit from. This is another berry plant that I have. Again, this is either the raspberry, the blueberry, or the blackberry. Survived the season and last winter and coming back. Our white or yellow potatoes here. Another indeterminate tomato plant. These are our onions. These are some flowers that were planted. They survived the winter and came back. Then as you can see on the tops of the pots, these are just some mixed annuals that I planted from seeds, mostly cosmos, marigolds, things and such. They are coming along. Just to add some beauty to the garden. Those are scallions, watching how they do. My little fake lizard here that will stave off birds and other creatures that try to smooth criminal our wares. So as you can see, this is the plan for the season. I have some things on this side of the deck that will need to be moved. Again, just some different flowers and things. Some of these will be transplanted to the front. But this is the plan for this season. So I'll just back up just a little bit for you guys. Give you the full view. We're going to learn and grow and see how it does. So again, thank you guys for hanging out for the ride. Let me know what you're growing. Comment below or what you would like to see me grow. As the things down in the Site A veg room keep germinating, we'll go ahead and transplant and transport them out here. Things that don't germinate, we'll have to try again. But I'm hoping to have a full setup here. I'm really excited about the cantaloupe and the melon, if they'll come along. I've not been successful yet with growing that, but I'm hoping and crossing my finger that this is my year. So don't be shy. Communicate with me below. I love to get emails. You guys let me know if there's some seeds and things that you guys want to swap and trade, or just tips and tricks and ideas. I'm all for it. With that being said, thank you for joining me today. Your girl There She Grows 420 out.